Welcome to HPHY, Healthy Practices, Healthier You. Losing weight is often associated with eating less, but what if I told you that you can actually lose weight by eating more? You can maintain a healthy weight, no deprivation, no compromises. Yes, it sounds counterintuitive, but by choosing the right foods and understanding how your metabolism works, you can actually eat more while shedding those extra pounds and maintaining a healthy weight. In this video, we'll explain the science behind eating more as you get healthier, the specific foods and habits that make it possible to do so. So how do we do it? How do we lose weight as you eat more? The key to losing weight while eating more lies in nutrient density, in energy balance, and in metabolic efficiency. When we say eating more, we don't mean eating more junk food or calorie-dense snacks. Instead, we mean consuming just more of the right kinds of foods, nutrient-dense, lower calorie options that keep you full and fuel your body properly. Here's how it works, okay? So we focus on eating nutrient-dense foods over foods with excess calories, like we mentioned, because these nutrient-dense foods provide a lot of vitamins and minerals and fiber, just more nutrients for relatively fewer calories. On the other hand, calorically dense foods pack a lot of calories, as the name infers, and provide limited nutrition and nutrient density, micronutrients in return. And so by eating more nutrient-dense foods like your vegetables, your lean proteins, and whole grains, you can fill your plate and feel satisfied without overloading on calories. These foods are rich in fiber and protein, which just help you stay fuller for longer. Another way that we can focus on just losing weight or maintaining a healthy weight while eating more and being satisfied and satiated and not feeling deprived is focusing on the thermic effect of food. While this is minimal, different foods require different amounts of energy to digest, absorb, and metabolize. I think we've talked about this in other videos before, like protein, for example, has a high thermic effect, meaning that your body burns more calories digesting protein compared to fats and carbohydrates. So by eating more protein-rich foods, you can increase your metabolism and burn more calories even when you're resting. Another way is to focus on volumetrics and satiety. It's one more technique that allows you to increase your food intake while losing weight or maintaining a healthy weight. So the volumetrics approach to eating focuses on consuming foods with high water content and fiber. So these foods take up more space in your stomach and they help you feel full faster, which can prevent overeating. These foods like fruits and veggies and soups are low in calories but very high in volume, allowing you to eat more while also feeling content and satisfied and consuming significantly fewer calories. So how will you look and feel? When you start eating more nutrient-dense foods, you'll notice several changes in how you look and feel. So you'll first of all have increased energy. You'll just feel more energetic. Nutrient-rich foods provide sustained energies without the blood sugar crashes associated with processed sugary foods. You'll also feel more alert and energized throughout the day. It would also improve your digestion. So your high fiber foods aid digestion and help prevent constipation and bloating. So this leads to potentially a flatter stomach from where you currently are and improved gut health. You can feel also just a bit fuller for a lot longer. So by incorporating more fiber and protein, you'll feel fuller for longer periods, reducing the need for snacking between meals. You will also possibly lose weight in just a healthy, sustainable way. And over time, your body will just start using its fat stores for energy, leading to gradual, sustainable weight loss. You may notice your clothes fitting better, your overall body composition improving. You may also notice your skin and your mood, significant improvements in both. So eating more fruits, veggies, and healthy fats can improve your skin's appearance, and the stable energy levels will positively impact your mood and just your mental clarity. So step by step, how do we do this? Lose weight while eating more. Let's just go through your action items. Let's review the specific action items that you need to take to make it work. So number one, you will prioritize high protein foods because that helps increase satiety, highest thermic effect of all macronutrients, meaning it just takes more energy to digest and metabolize than proteins or fat. But you also do need the other food groups. Let's never eliminate, unless you're doing it for a specific purpose under the guidance of a healthcare practitioner. Let's never eliminate and dismiss a specific food group unless it's for a specific short period of time for a specific purpose or under the supervision of a professional. You want to include as many lean proteins like chicken and turkey, fish, whatever you eat and whatever makes sense for you. If it's tofu, if it's legumes, and in your meals to just boost your metabolism. You also want to incorporate about 20 to 30 grams of protein per each meal, because it takes a little. So you want to break up the amount of protein you consume to give your body the optimal chance to metabolize and digest it properly. So you can have chicken breast, lentils, Greek yogurt, whatever makes sense for your palate, whatever you enjoy and it's sustainable and is available, and that will contribute to your protein intake. You can make high fiber vegetables at least 50% of each meal, with a bit of healthy fats to increase absorption and satiety. You just include leafy greens, broccoli, carrots, bell peppers, any high fiber vegetables that you really enjoy. That's a big thing about this too. It really has to be some things that you enjoy, because if you're dreading a meal plan or something, you're not going to sustain. It's not going to be sustainable, and it won't work long term. So vegetables are low in calories but high in volume and nutrients, so they take up more space in your stomach. They help you feel fuller without adding too many calories. You want to aim for a variety of colors to ensure you get a wide range of nutrients. And just diversity, because they also have their, what sometimes they call anti-nutrients in them. You want to eat more fiber. Fiber-rich foods help slow down your digestion, which provides blood sugar. It prevents blood sugar spikes and keeps you feeling full. Fiber also supports your gut health, which is essential for proper digestion and weight management. So you just want to incorporate at least 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day from sources like whole grains, beans, fruits, and vegetables. And all of these numbers are like roughly based on a 2,000 calorie daily intake, but yours may be different, so you need to adjust as necessary and make it proportionate to what your particular goals are. It would be really great if you can also seek the help of a professional initially, and then continue on after you've gotten like clarity on the baseline and the information that's necessary. So you want to choose whole grains over refined carbs. They just provide just whole grains like oats and quinoa, brown rice. They're high in fiber, nutrients, that refined carbohydrates like white bread and pasta. They provide steady energy and will just keep you fuller for longer. And so replacing these refined carbs with whole grains in your meals, it makes all the difference, and you definitely do not have to compromise or sacrifice taste, because there are just so many extraordinary options out there. And, if you have time, things that you can make relatively easily at home. And instead of white bread, you want to choose, the naming on these are a little funny. So whole wheat, whole grain, it really depends on the company, because some of these companies, they mental gymnastics over how they can name something to get the consumer to buy. But you want to be able to read the ingredients on the back to just see the amount of whole grains that are in the actual bread or whatever food that you're getting. Because while they can lie on the front, the front is not regulated. That's all marketing. And the back, it's mandated by law that they have to state the ingredients used to make that product by order of just volume of how much it's been used. So it has to be stated on the back. So you'll be able to gain greater insight by looking at the nutrition label and the ingredients on the back versus looking at the front and the marketing. Opt for just brown or black rice or red rice or quinoa if you do eat rice. If you can also explore a few other grains, teff, amaranth, a lot of these very interesting grains that would be very just that could be like really interesting for your palate, and maybe something that you can add to your rotation. You also want to just eat healthy fats. Healthy fats from foods like avocado, like fatty fish, nuts, seeds, and olive oil can just help regulate your appetite and reduce inflammation in the body. So because despite being calorie dense, these fats actually support weight loss by keeping you satisfied and promoting overall health. They keep you full for long, so you'll eat less overall. Also, they're just heart healthy. And so add in a source of healthy fat to each meal, such as like a tablespoon of olive oil or a handful of almonds or half an avocado can make a real difference. And just how much you eat, because you'll just feel fuller for longer. You want to drink more water. I mean, I just had this video and did this video on dehydration that you can check out. But apparently dehydration, while we know how important water is because we are mostly made up of water, significant ailments come from being dehydrated, even slightly dehydrated. So you want to be able to optimize your water intake and figure out the amount that works for you, and be fluid as you change from day to day and from activity to activity. But just keeping yourself really well hydrated can really make a difference, because water can help control your hunger. Sometimes we mistake thirst for hunger, leading to just unnecessary snacking. Water can also help improve your digestion. So drinking water before meals can also help reduce your overall caloric intake. I mean, there's a standard of drink at least 8 cups of water per day and have a glass before each meal to promote fullness. But it differs for different people, and you also have to take into consideration whatever the fluids and the liquids in the foods that you're eating. So if you're eating a lot of celery, bell peppers, watermelon fruits, and veggies, your intake may change based on that, depending on your activities and a lot of other factors. So yeah, but you just want to keep yourself hydrated, and whenever you have a headache or some kind of unease, perhaps think of hydration initially, because again, we're made of water, and so not having the right amounts of water make a real difference in our lives. It's like almost like an illness from the consequences of dehydration. You want to include low calorie, high volume foods, foods that are high in water, like we mentioned, and fiber, like fruits, vegetables, and soups. They allow you to eat more without consuming too many calories, so you can have your fill and enjoy without feeling like you need to deprive yourself or compromise. And it can still be, quite delicious if you learn a few kitchen techniques and for your health. This will keep you satisfied and will prevent overeating. You want to start your meals with a broth-based soup or a large salad to fill up on low-calorie, high-volume foods. You want to also eat mindfully. Paying attention to what and how you eat can help you avoid overeating. So, slowing down, savoring your food, stop eating when you're full, really just paying attention and listen to your body, and perhaps not eating when you're not hungry. I mean, don't feel like I have to eat by this time, and even if you're not hungry, you're just gonna shove it down. I mean, depending on your circumstances, but if you can, if that's an opportunity the privilege that you have, then perhaps when you're not hungry, do not eat. This helps regulate your appetite, prevents unnecessary caloric intake. So practicing mindful eating just by slowing down and focusing on your meals makes a huge difference. And part of something that you want to kind of pay attention to is just avoiding distractions like TV or smartphones while eating. A thing that I love, and that's been very useful for my personal health journey, I mean, all of these really have been, all of them have, but just using herbs and spices take healthy food from the space of, okay, I'm eating this for my health, to this space of, this is just decadence and deliciousness that I would eat anytime, anywhere. So herbs and spices not only add flavor without extra calories, but they also improve your digestion and metabolism. So certain spices like cayenne pepper, turmeric, and cinnamon can boost metabolism and just promote fat burning. I think we talked about this in the metabolism video that you can refer to. So incorporating metabolism boosting herbs and spices like these ones that we mentioned, all the peppers, into your meals to add flavor will aid in losing weight if you have excess to shed, or just maintaining a healthy weight. So there's also things that these are the things that you should do. Like, we just talked about these action items, but there are also things that you shouldn't do. While you're focusing on eating more of the right foods, here are a few things you need to avoid. We talk about this. So skip meals if you're not hungry. But if you are hungry, don't starve yourself and start skipping meals. Unless you're fasting, at which point, hopefully you'll do that under the guidance of a qualified healthcare professional. If you haven't had that experience before, just making sure you do as much research as possible. Skipping meals can lead to overeating. Skipping meals when you're actually hungry and you're not doing it for any particular reason, you have the option to eat and you choose not to eat, can actually lead to overeating later on in the day. So that's one thing that you want to just be mindful of, that when you're hungry, you want to eat. Or you can delay it. That's another thing. There's a whole field of people who enjoy that feeling of just feeling hungry, because we never let it, in certain parts of the world there's just so much of an abundance of food, we never let ourselves get hungry anymore. But some people like that feeling of just emptying and getting to the point where they're truly genuinely hungry. But if you are not doing any of that, and you like to eat, and you have to eat at certain points, so you want to just make sure that you're as consistent as possible as your body asks for, so that you're not overeating later on. And if you're hungry and not thirsty or distracted, you want to just focus on having the amount of food, and then stopping at a certain point before you actually feel very full, because it takes a little bit for the connection to be made. You want to also aim to eat a balanced meal regularly, so you provide your body with everything it needs to keep your metabolism active. I mean, this goes without saying, but with avoiding sugary drinks. We talk about this all the time, but sugary beverages like sodas and fruit juices are so calorically dense, with just some of them with unnecessary and just empty calories, and can really lead to weight gain, where sometimes people don't know where the weight is coming from, despite doing so many different things. That one removal can make just such a huge difference. You want to stick to water, herbal teas, or coffee, if that's your thing. But you want to stick to water and herbal teas, and maybe fruit infused water for hydration. A third don't do would be, don't over rely on processed diet foods. I have a whole chat about this, but many packaged diet foods are low in nutrients and high in artificial ingredients. So, like I said, do not just read the label and the marketing on the front. Make sure you look at the ingredients on the back, because they cannot lie on the back, the ingredients. And if you cannot understand any of the words, and you can't understand any of the ingredients, then either check it or don't get it. You should be able to recognize the foods that you're consuming. If it sounds like a chemical, it is, and your body may not necessarily know how to process that. Focus on as much whole unprocessed foods as possible, plant-based when possible, for just optimal weight maintenance, weight loss results, if that's what you're going for. Overall, just good health is possible in eating more while maintaining a healthy weight. What we eat is a cornerstone of our health and our weight. It's one of the undeniable pillars of health, a keystone pillar of health. And so maintaining a healthy weight by eating more is absolutely possible when you focus on the right kinds of foods. Prioritizing nutrient-dense, high fiber, protein-rich foods while minimizing calorically dense and processed options can help you feel fuller, burn more calories, shed weight without feeling deprived. And no one wants to feel deprived, especially for something that if you're lucky enough, you can do every single day. So by adopting these habits, you can transform how you look and feel and maintain a healthy weight with no compromises while enjoying the privilege of food. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Subscribe if you find this useful.